Today's matchup features the visiting 3-1 Melrose Americans and your 2-2 Lexington Blue Sox. Before we get started with tonight's contest, let us meet the starting lineups for both teams. First off, for the visiting Melrose Americans. Leading off, playing center field, number 3, Alex Fernandez. Batting second, the second baseman, number 8, Sean Nestor. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 34, John Jennings. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 10, Chris Klein. Batting fifth, the extra hitter, number 29, Aiden Berry. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 18, Ian Libby. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 3, Owen Duggan. Batting eighth and catching, number 20, Ryan Bourgeois. Batting ninth and starting in right field, number 23, Matt Elwell. Batting 10th, the shortstop, number 25, Jack Gallagher. And on the mound for the Americans, the left-handed pitcher, the right-handed pitcher, my apologies, number 22, Alex Parisi. The Americans are led by GM and field manager Kevin Burgoyne. Left-handed batter.
Yeah.
And now the starting lineup for your Lexington Blue Sox. Leading off and playing left field for the Blue Sox, number 18, Charlie Camella. Batting second, the shortstop, number 8, V. Desai. Batting third, starting in center field, number 33, Nick Anderson. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, number 17, Eric Ramirez. Batting fifth, starting at first base, number 34, A.J. Lisco. Batting sixth, starting in right field, number 46, David Vanderzowen. Batting seventh, starting at DH, number 19, Luke Ward. Batting eighth, the extra hitter, number 50, Tyler Normandy. Batting ninth, starting at second base, number 5, Chris Cotto. And batting 10th, starting at catcher, number 51, Bobby D'Agostino. On the mound for the Blue Sox, the right-handed pitcher, number 40, Chris Wannett. And your Blue Sox are led by their general manager and field manager, Rick DeAngelis. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you refer to the umpiring crew for all decisions and keep all of your behaviors and acts within the realm of sportsmanship. We default to the umpiring crew on any decisions regarding ejections, and their decisions are final. Without further ado, let's play ball.
Music or no?
Well, next time you get a little bamboozled because the lights at work went out for a moment, well, you just need Chris Del Sordo to help you feel like you want to run through a brick wall. From center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. This is Blue Sox baseball here on LSP. Tonight, it is the Melrose Americans, the first place Melrose Americans, with a record of 3-1, visiting the Lexington Blue Sox in a log jam for third place in the ICL at 2-2. Good evening, everybody. Sam Feely here with you, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Americans, again, 3-1. They're the last undefeated team, but, like, really, that doesn't really matter a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, because it has just been a back and forth, heavyweight prize fight up and down the ICL standings. Parity, aplomb, you gotta. You don't gotta love the
Don't love that.
the power going out for the second time in about 20 minutes here in center field, folks. That's why I am trying to talk to you as much as I can from the and now we just back. What is going on there?
Well, something tells me this is going to be a repetitive theme.
Yeah, like, honestly. Okay, so, like, I really don't know what to tell you, folks. If this, like, it's been ludicrously hot today. It was like, and now the lights are on at full power. We did just get the power back. But again, if this is going to be a recurring theme, and I'm sure the umpires are going to want to, talk to Rick about this possibility, like, how do we, what happens if this keeps happening? I completely lost the plot, but here come the Blue Sox, led by the right-hander Chris Wannett. and I will try to gather my marbles in the plot and everything else as we get set for baseball. Only home game of the week for the Blue Sox. They go down to Cape Cod to take on the Katuitt Kettleers in their annual exhibition against the Cape League heavyweights. Here is the starting lineup for the Melrose Americans. They'll be in red with the white letters and numbers and navy blue caps. Will be Alex Fernandez, no relation, in center field, followed by Sean Nestor at second, John Jennings at DH, Chris Klein at third, Aiden Berry is the extra hitter. Ian Libby is is at first base, rather. Owen Duggan is in left. Ryan Bourgeois is behind the plate. Matt Elwell is in right, and Jack Gallagher rounds out the 10-man batting order at short with Alex Parisi getting the start for the Melrose Americans. For the Lexington Blue Sox, it will be Charlie Camel leading things off in left, followed by V. Desai at short. Nick Anderson, welcome back from the NCAA baseball tournament. Anderson in center. Eric Ramirez at third. A.J. Lisco at first. Mrs. Vander Zouwen's baby boy, David Vander Zouwen in right. Luke Ward, the DH. Tyler Normandy is the extra hitter, and Chris Cotto at second, and Bobby D'Agostino, round out the 10-man batting order for the Blue Sox. And again, it's Chris Wannett getting the nod tonight for the Lexington Blue Sox in the navy blues with the red shoulders, letters, and numbers. The Pete Frates Classic. One of the most quintessential photos you'll ever see of Pete has him wearing this particular jersey.
And leading us off for the Americans, the center fielder, number 3, Alex Fernandez.
So here comes Alex Fernandez to lead things off. He's actually wearing number 4 tonight. Oh, cool. All right, we are, I don't know, man. I mean, we can only work with what we've got. Let's just, anyways. And at any rate, yeah, well, at least we got that far. First pitch coming at you, 8:04. Ground to the left side, foul. We're underway. Strike 1 to Alex Fernandez. I said no relation, as to not be confused with the one-time Florida Marlin starting pitcher and Chicago White Sox starting pitcher. 0-2 is the count to Alex Fernandez, the right-handed hitting center fielder for the Melrose Americans. And gets a chopper to short, to side charging, scoops it onto first. Safe. Well, whether it was just barely beating the throw or Lisco having his foot come off the bag, it is Fernandez aboard to begin the ball game.
Now batting for the Americans, the second baseman, number 8, Sean Nestor.
Fernandez picks up his third hit and 7 at-bats on the year to get to 429 on the batting average. And here is Sean Nestor, who takes strike 1. As I was saying, we had some power outages here in the early going here at center field that quickly were resolved. Only out of power for no more than a minute each time, but throw down to second on the one-hopper. Got him. The Blue Sox catching core of the last couple of years has just been absolutely phenomenal, and Bobby Daggs racks up another trophy, 1 down. And there's 10 trophies in my room right now. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a count. Down and in, ball 1, 1-2. Tom Lehrer, shout out. Did that hit him? And we're actually going to have a conversation between the umpires because Nestor is taking off his gloves and make his way to first as if it did. And I saw the dirt kick up as it came down and in. I can very easily come and get you. It can easily be an ankle biter, but if it hits the ground first, what can you do? All right, it is the ball, so it is in fact 1-2. A reprieve for Chris Wannett, at least for now. And when you catch a runner stealing, you hate to just get another one back on just as quick. At any rate, Nestor entering play, 375, 667. 375 is slash line. No extra base hits yet. Does have 1 RBI. And tough break for Nestor as he swings and misses after that ball he thought got him, and he should have been on first. Alas, it is a strikeout for Chris Wannett, 2 down. And here is John Jennings, a designated hitter, one of the greatest power bats in the history of the Americans franchise. Jennings, the catcher. 375, 545, 375 is slash line in the early going. Also, yet to have an extra base hit, which is kind of odd for a guy like Jennings, as that misses for a ball, who had 6 homers in 2021, 3 in 2023, 5 in 2024 for his career in 160 games with the Melrose Americans. His slash line is 356, 426, 547 with 21 homers and 114 RBIs, but to no avail there as he goes down, and the side is retired. Wannett faces the minimum after half an inning. Americans nothing, and the Blue Sox coming up. Well, when we get set for the bottom of the first, I regret to inform you folks that we were trying to get the center field camera behind the pitcher to get the strike zone view up tonight, but there's a lot of moving parts, and Murphy's Law works overtime in television and whatnot. At any rate, LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in cards. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly, made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the codes in the link on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is. And we go to the bottom of the first, and it's Alex Parisi getting the start on the mound for the Melrose Americans. Americans 3-1 on the young season, first place. And they're a team on the rise, but still have yet to get to the Intercity League Championship Series, and this little bit of resurgence that Kevin Burgoyne's club has seen in the last couple of years, in no small part thanks to contributions of guys like John Jennings. But at any rate, Parisi playing in his 3rd game of the season. He threw an inning against Stoneham on May 28th, an inning and 2/3 against the Bulldogs on May 29th. Over those 2 appearances, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 5 Ks. So 5 Ks in 2 2/3 innings. A pretty good clip. But we'll see if Charlie Camella can get the party started for the Lexington Blue Sox here in the bottom of the first. Just completely lost the mouse, too. All right. Here is Camella. Will be followed by V. Desai and Nick Anderson. It'll be upstairs for a ball, and the count will be 1-0. After last Friday's loss to the Malden Mad Dogs, Rick DeAngelis preached to his club, as this will be grounded slowly to the right side. Barehanded, nope, not going to happen. Base hit to lead off the ball game for Camella. So both leadoff hitters get infield singles, but Fernandez was caught stealing, and in the end, Wannett just faced the minimum. We'll see if V. Desai can give the Blue Sox any better luck than that. It's in there for strike 0-1. After the loss to the Mad Dogs, Rick was preaching, you guys are good players, you're all very talented. But one theme I really got from the message he had said to his players was, who's afraid of the big bad Blue Sox? Nobody. And if you look at the Intercity League standings, if you look at how the ICL has played out the last couple of years, that is absolutely true. Parity is awesome. Blue Sox, I said on opening night, this matches the longest streak they've ever had without an ICL title, 3 consecutive years, and most teams in any sport would kill for that to be the limit, but Desai flies out to left, 1 down. Back to first goes Camella. Mine got lost in the grass. I'm sorry. Oh, God almighty. Again. Like, how can we reasonably allow this to continue is the question, right? Like, if this keeps happening, it's just going to be so much of an interruption that, you know.
Well, that's the thing with... Oh, we're coming back. Yeah.
See, this is...
That's the thing with lights.
Yeah.
They'll always come back on. So you can all... I get the point that you're saying, but they're, you know...
we're not going to do... well, I heard Sam Finn just... Hey! Sal, you got any intel?
Get out of your mind, Sal. Let it happen.
Sal Mirabelle down at in the first base coach's box of the Blue Sox. I'd like to think that if anyone has some intel, he would. He being one of the boys in blue. So Desai flying out. Here's Nick Anderson. Oh, that was a bit of a stutter step on the pickoff move by Parisi. Nearly first held onto the ball and then almost fell over doing it. But anyways, Anderson back from the NCAA baseball tournament with his Holy Cross Crusaders, alma mater of one Rick DeAngelis, winning the Patriot League, falling in their regional, eliminated by Nebraska, I believe. Nebraska was in their region, right? Anyways, chopper up the middle. Flip to second for one. On to first. Anderson beats that one out. So fielder's choice 4-6. One of those red teams, right?
Now batting the third baseman, number 17, Eric Ramirez.
So Nick reaches on the fielder's choice. Here is Eric Ramirez. Everything going on, completely lost my place, my thoughts about, who's afraid of the big bad Blue Sox. But if you want a big bad Blue Sox, here is one of them, Eric Ramirez, a former Malden Mad Dog, who, as I said, Rick DeAngelis believes will be, the leader that, both, in terms of production and in terms of, in the dugout, that the Blue Sox need to get back to championship glory, but he comes up empty there, and it is 0-2. Ramirez, 538 in 4 games so far, 7 for 13 with 3 doubles, 3 ribbies. And old Chopper, a leap and a throw on to first by Parisi will finish the bottom of the first. No score after 1. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot, whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach. Email yours truly for all the deets. So we go to the top of the second, and I think now's the time to get that story out of my system. So yeah, Rick told him, who's afraid of the big bad Blue Sox? Nobody. Last 3 champions, Expos, Chiefs. Hey, Sam Finn, how you doing? Friend of the program. Color commentator extraordinaire. You probably know the story. Taught about what led to him retiring from playing baseball to become an umpire. We can go over that another time. But the message stuck certainly for Monday's game against the Middlesex Expos at Ferrolo Field. And I apologize for not being able to bring that game to you live here on this here YouTube channel because could not get an accessible power source at Ferrolo. Otherwise, it would have been, for me anyways, my first time at Ferrolo for anything since the Mooney Dental Tanners were still a thing. They folded after the 2014 season, and Blue Sox, I certainly haven't worked an ICL game or any game at Ferrolo since. Here is Chris Klein, 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Americans here in the top of the second. It's a 4-0 win for the Blue Sox over the Expos on Monday. Combined one hitter at that. Swing and a miss, and won it ahead of Klein. 0-2. Klein, Barry, and Libby, and if anyone gets on, Duggan. Fouled off the other way, we'll do it again. Klein entering play at 182, 471, 364. No homers, 2 RBIs, only 2 hits. Both of them were doubles that came last night against the Expos. He had been 0 for 7 to begin the season, but broke out of that in a big way with that 2 for 4 with 2 doubles and a ribby. And 2 runs scored. Oof, just missed. And that'll be a ball. Count evens at 2. Klein has scored a run in every game this season, however. Inside pitch, skied into center and caught by Anderson for out number 1. First 4 retired, facing the minimum of the first 4 again. Leadoff man with a single for Hernandez, but then was caught stealing. So the minimum so far for Chris 1, and now here is the extra hitter, Aiden Barry. That misses down and in for a ball, and it is 1-0. Barry, 333, 571, 333. 3 hits in 9 at-bats in 3 games so far. Did not play against the Expos yesterday, but flies out here.
Now batting for the Americans, the first baseman, number 18, Ian Libby.
So we'll see if Ian Libby can keep the line moving. Libby playing in his 4th game, did not play in the season opener against the Sabres, but playing each of the last 3 for the Americans, and is 2 for 7, with 3 runs and 3 RBIs and 4 walks to 3 strikeouts and a steal. Welcome back, indeed, Nick Anderson. Buck and a half in the books. No score. When I say LSP has something for everyone since 2011, I, by God, mean it. Sports, live events, pet sitting and walking, tech, help, errands, and a whole lot more. Find our Thumbtack page, visit Linktree LSP37, or email yours truly so we can proceed to give you what you need. You know, that is an old baseball adage. When you get into the game, the ball finds you, but that's to kind of an extreme degree for Nick Anderson. I know, right? Well, hey, you know, usually when that happens, it's going to be, you know, a difficult play or something certainly more difficult than, you know, those fly balls that, as you said, Chris, he had to take a total of 5 steps to.
Hey, boys.
Like,
It's going to come back in 20
yeah,
seconds.
see, that's the thing.
You're going to hear that speaker first, then the scoreboard's going to flutter.
And there
Yep,
goes, there
yeah,
goes.
There you go.
No, I know.
The point you make is now becoming more important. Okay.
Yeah, and now Rick and Kevin Burgoyne are going to talk, and I mean, again, the lights come on, and you know, it's not like, you know, one team's, you know, it's scoreless, so like, you know, you're not really losing anything of like, I don't importance, I guess, when you consider, again, if this were a situation where it was like, you know, the bottom of the 3rd and one team was up.
Sorry, I thought it was going to go out again.
No, yeah, there's a light like way back closer to the playground that's flickered forever. Was that where your eyes were going? But yeah, it's not like it's the bottom of the 3rd with one team up like 10-0, and then a cloud burst comes through or whatever. But anyways, I'm just trying to think. Has this been happening at like equal intervals at this point?
It feels like it, like every 5 minutes or so.
That's terrible, if that is the case.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Blue Sox.
Katrina, if you're watching, could you just like go back in the VOD and just see when the first time, like each time the lights went out so far, and just like the timestamps of those. Love you, dear. 1-0 to A.J. Lisco. Grounds this one up the middle, a high hop past the charging shortstop Gallagher into center for a base hit.
The right fielder, number 46, David Vanderzowen.
Here's DVZ. Leadoff man aboard for the second consecutive inning for the Blue Sox. 1-0 is the count. That'll be on the outside corner for a strike, and that'll even the count at 1. Vanderzowen 2 for 9 in his first 3 games. Did not play on Monday against the Expos. Able to check his swing on a pitch that bounced to the plate, appeal, and he went on the appeal, so it is strike 2. Vanderzowen was 0 for 5 in the first 2 games of the season, but had 2 hits and 2 runs, including a triple in the eventual loss of the Malden Mad Dogs last Friday. 2-2 is the count with A.J. Lisco on first. Luke Ward due up next. Full count. Runner goes. This is lined, and it bounces off the third baseman's glove. Still got time. Got him. Great patience by Chris Klein. You'd think that's a tailor-made double play ball lined right to you. Once it nicks off your glove, I mean, it's real easy to panic in that situation and maybe get caught in between or uncork a wild one, but great patience. Got the out at first, but now runner in scoring position for Luke Ward, and he takes strike 1. And a sigh of relief, 2 for Lisco. Lisco's a dead duck, too, if Klein hangs on to that one. That is down and away for a ball. Ward has played in all 4 games this season. He is 2 for 6 with a run scored and 2 strikeouts and an RBI. Looking for his first extra base hit of the year. He's behind 1 and 2 and has a hit in each of the last 2 games, 1 for 2 with a ribby Monday against the Expos. Comes Parisi with the 1-2. That is down away, 2-2. But great heads-up running by Lisco, too, in that situation. Seeing the ball nick off the in a situation like that, you see the ball nick off the third baseman's glove. I mean, at this point, at the point he was on the base paths, like you're probably going to be out anyways. So, he went around, says Sam Finn, throw to first. Now here goes Lisco to third. He'll take the base. 2 down on the strikeout. But yeah, when you get as close to second as Lisco was, at that point, don't allow yourself to get caught in between. Just keep going and hope good things happen. Because for all you know, he could catch that, but then throw it out of bounds. Out of bounds, out of play. This one bounces away. I'm tired, boss. It is 1-0. Speaking of language from other sports. 1-0 is the count. I hope no more from here, Katrina, that's for sure. 2-0 is the count. Lisco scores. And a nice backhand shoestring catch falling into foul territory by the first baseman, Ian Libby. And the side is retired, but Blue Sox get the first mark of the ball game, and it is 1-0 after 2.
Lexington 1, Melrose 0. Due up for the Americans in the top of the third, Duggan, Bourgeois, and Elwell.
The LSP store is open. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy of most past LSP video broadcasts, one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog Tina the Long Arena on it, and some words I've probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. LSP37.create-spring.com for merch. Email yours truly for game videos. And before we go to the top of the third, happy birthday, Mom. She is 29 again ad nauseum, but then again, aren't we all? This is the big 8-0 for Mom, and I really want to thank her for, everything she has done for me. And, this crazy world we live in, she, along with my father, they were both born in 1945. They've lived through some crazy times, and so they know the lessons to teach me and my sister to, weather the storm, as it were. And they've taught me some important lessons that I don't think I would learn. Wow.
Was going to be number 3, the left fielder, Owen Duggan.
Well, I'm going to show this to my mom at some point and just say, see, I told you God hates us.
Stop.
I will not.
No, okay. I can't.
I mean, so once again, the conversation resumes between Sam Finn, Rick DeAngelis, and Kevin Burgoyne to see how much longer can we tolerate this. Is Sal? Where's Sal? I was wondering, Sal, you got any intel? Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. All right. Yeah, I understand. Hasn't responded, yeah. Yep, I got you. So yeah, appreciate the update from Sal. It's basically just an issue with the It's an issue with the power grid because it's the first hot day of the year, and the power grid hasn't adjusted accordingly. All good adjustment down the line here for a leadoff base hit. Hard turn to second and sliding in with a leadoff double, Owen Duggan. So
Now batting the catcher, number 20, Ryan Bourgeois.
So we know at least the cause. It's just that I had to figure that was the cause of these power flickers, but again, how much more can one take before it actually affects, a ball in play or something? God forbid, we get past darkness, and that's a fly ball in a pivotal spot in the game, and outfielder completely loses it. And it's not like it's a brief flicker. Anyways, it's 20 seconds at a time, too. However long. Did I, though?
Well, it was in the universe. You just happened to mention that it was there.
It's just nature suffers from the Streisand effect. If you know, you know. Grounder the other way and through to right field for a base hit. Around third is Duggan. Here comes the throw. It is cut off, and it's an RBI single for Bourgeois, and it is 1-1.
The right fielder, number 23, Matt Elwell.
So, Americans pull even just as quickly as they had fallen behind. And here is Matt Elwell with a go-ahead run at first. First 2 aboard for the Americans after 5 retired in a row by Chris Wannett, plus the leadoff man, Fernandez, leading off the game with a single, but then immediately getting caught stealing. That's in there for a strike, and the count will be 0-2. Getting his lead off of first is Bourgeois. Just missed the outside corner, 1-2. Oh, well, the right fielder, 333 is batting average on the season. Back pick attempt at first, not in time, but a good strong throw by Bobby Daggs regardless. And the count evens at 2, more importantly. Elwell is 1 for 3 with a double on the year. That double coming last night against the Expos. And he has 6 walks. He's an OPS of 1467. Eat your heart out, Barry Bonds. Fear was his bat. Let's take his bat away. Smack the other way, foul. A good job staying back on that one by Elwell, and nearly got an 8-ball corner pocket for a base hit, but do it again at 3-2. Very small lead here by Bourgeois, and fouled off. Speaking of 8-ball corner pocket, little trick shot off the light post in the dugout. Just anything will do it at this point, right? 3-2 once again. Good battle being put on here by the Americans' number 9 hitter Elwell, and still a man behind him coming in, Jack Gallagher, before the lineup turns over to Fernandez. 3-2, runner at first, nobody out. A run home already in this inning for the Americans. Same song, different verse. We'll do it again. Curveball just missed for ball 4. The first 3 have reached here in the top of the 3rd. And it's first and second for Gallagher.
Now batting for the Americans, the shortstop, number 25, Jack Gallagher.
So after an RBI single by Bourgeois, and now the walk to Elwell. Textbook sack bunt situation here, but we'll see how the Americans play it as Ramirez is in on the lip of the grass. Gallagher playing his 3rd game of the season, and he's 167 with no extra base hits so far this year. He is swinging, and he fouls that one off on Worthen Road. We have an official broadcast. His lone RBI on the year came on the 29th against the Bulldogs, and that was a game when he went 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. Runs scored. 0-1 is the count. That's a tough spot, too, for Wannett to not be able to retire Elwell after getting ahead 2 strikes. Yeah, it's not like his command disappeared or anything. Just great patience by Elwell. He's ahead of Gallagher 0-2. What comes of this? Got him.
Nick of time, baby.
Hey! Oh, wait.
I feel like it's equal increments. Yeah.
Can we, though? I mean...
Well, actually everything turned back off again. So yeah.
Like, this is when it pays to have, you know, a guy like Sal on the team.
Rick, something happens during play, we get a dead ball, we're just gonna go if that's the case.
Okay.
Tell them that, Sam, we talked about the balls in play and whatnot.
All right. So what it sounds like the situation is that
The center fielder, number 4, Alex Fernandez.
so it sounds like what's been agreed to is if this happens, if any of this happens while the ball is in play, that is a dead ball and redo the pitch. Fernandez with a fly ball into left center field, which will be tracked down by Anderson for out number 2 and a 1-pitch out with first and second. Massive turn of events there for the Blue Sox. Now let's see if Sean Nestor can convert the 2-out RBI opportunity and give the Americans the lead. Nestor struck out swinging his first time up. Funny bounce in front of the plate off the swing. Throw in time. A low throw, but a good pick
For the Americans in the top of the 3rd, 1 run on 2.
by Lisco, and the side is retired through 2.5, 1-1.
We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning with this game tied at 1 apiece. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 3rd, Cotto, D'Agostino, and Camella.
All right, down with the sound called LSP. Of course you are. Then follow and support us on the web. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creative Spring, LSP37. Don't forget to subscribe. Flash your subscribe button. Memberships are also available, and we're also on Thumbtack and TCG Player if you're into that sort of thing. I did the thing. I made it a poll. Over under 4.5 power outages the rest of the game, folks. You know, you know what to do. Katrina, this is all your fault, dear.
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd for the Blue Sox, the second baseman, number 5, Chris Cotto.
Cotto, D'Agostino, and Camella due up here in the bottom of the 3rd. Cotto takes a strike. 0-1. Outside for a ball. 1-1. Cotto playing in his 4th game. He is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Pop behind first base and caught. Backpedaling is Libby for out number 1.
The catcher, number 51, Bobby D'Agostino.
Here's Bobby Dags. Caught stealing already to his name on the defensive side, anyways. Comes up empty there, and it is 0-1. 3rd game of the year for Bobby, and just 0 for 1. His only at bat came Monday against the Expos, and struck out in this one, and he is behind 0-2 here. Last year in 4 games, hit 2 for 5 with 2 runs. Both hits as singles and an RBI and a couple of walks. High for a ball, 2-2. My father-in-law apparently wants to know what would count as half a power outage. Your thoughts, Chris? Boink.
Half a power out.
I mean, is that just like an immediate flicker? Was your dad trying to bet a push? There's no action. There's nothing actually on the line with these polls,
Setting a
folks.
line. Do we not know how Vegas lines work?
I mean, you can't score half a point in a basketball
Exactly.
game.
You can't get half a power outage. There's no push. There wasn't over. Under.
Yeah, exactly.
Way to fight. Way to fight.
2-2. Well, so far, voters are back in the over. I'll let you guys figure it out. Well, some good at-bats from the bottom of the Americans were in the top half of this inning, and now Dags, good battle here at 2 strikes with the leadoff man Camella due up next. And sometimes you just need to win a war of attrition and make the seemingly easy outs not. And if you're lucky enough, poke one in the gap. He's still fighting. Live and kicking. I mean, I talk about the Blue Sox catching core being phenomenal defensively. This is also an area where Dush and Dags and others really prove their worth. And wow. Able to churn a walk out of that
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the left
Bola batter, and
number 18, Charlie Camella.
lineup turns over for Camella. Led off the bottom of the 1st with a single, and then was retired on a fielder's choice that Anderson grounded into. Well, you put a good enough charge on that one, you'll take out the power grid permanently when that lands. 1-1. Oh, he wanted to. You could tell he wanted to, but saw it. It's 2-1.
I mean, they didn't make it easy on themselves with this lineup. Like 5 lefties against like a lefty.
Yeah,
On the left
like
side.
if y'all have seen the horizontal and lateral, horizontal vertical break on Parisi's stuff, like it's tempting for sure.
Yeah.
Went in and fouled that one off, 2-2. Came close to the light, a little close to the light tower there. So one time years ago here at center field. Oh, he went around, says Sam Finn. 2 down. So it'll be up to Desai.
That's the time, 10 minutes? Cool.
So like every 10
Knew
minutes.
it, yeah.
Oh, Sam Fizz says we're gonna suspend the game, I guess.
Yeah.
Let me just make it 10 minutes. Yeah, I mean that's a fair
He's
point
right.
by Rick.
He's right.
Like if this continues and like something like what if it goes out on a line drive like straight to some guy's
So we're
jaw?
tied. We're going to pick this back up, right?
I mean, we absolutely can, or we can start over at some point. Again, we avoided the disaster scenario that I talked about. Hey, a team is up, 10-0 in the bottom of the third. It's not yet an official game, though. I think it's going to end up being under, folks, for the power outages by the time we finally put a stop to this one,
So
because
we're at 1-1.
we're at 1-1 at the bottom of the third with two outs.
Runner on first.
Runner on first being Bobby Daggs and V. Desai due up next. And I saw Sam Finn do the universal game motion. It's going to make sure, 100% sure, that that is going to be the case. But I mean, hey, earlier in the week there was a Final Jeopardy about falling ice from CN Tower. Damn it, was stopping a game at Rogers Center.
When did that happen?
The actual incident, 2018.
Yeah. Okay, I just missed that in the news cycle whenever that did happen.
Yeah, well, again, 7 years.
That's such a Canadian. That's such a Canadian way to delay a baseball game. That's awesome.
All right, well, folks, I guess we're gonna sign off for now, or just
I love that you have enough power. It's also not coming back on, so I think we might have met our final match.
Oh, did you hear that from Sal? Or
Everything's auto resetting when it auto resets. Like we're out of power. So we hit the big bad one right when they decided to call it.
We tried, folks. We'll pick this up. Stay. What will happen
I'll
next
be around.
time?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I don't think it's gonna be tomorrow night.
I don't know. Well, it's gonna be pouring tomorrow, though.
Yeah.
So all right. So 1-1 in the bottom of the third with two outs, and Bobby D'Agostino on first with V. Desai due up. When we resume this game, whenever that will be. For all my ready friends here at LHS, my name is Sam Feeler, reminding you forever and always, our top source. Freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.